hello, hello, hello. I do not own the copyrights to this music. They say you can play it as long as you say you don't own the copyrights and you won't get paid for it. I ain't getting paid anyway, so hey. And I love my little music. These are my love songs. I love my love songs, y'all. Today is my love day. I love myself every day, but today is just a day I really pour into myself on Saturdays. Shelly Shell, good morning, dog baby. Good morning, my love. I'm trying to figure out where my barber went to. He ain't answering my phone. That means I'm gonna have to grow my natural out. Good morning. I'm listening to my love song, so y'all gonna hear me in the background. Uh, um, I listen. I went to IHOP. Y'all got to go check my short out. I went to IHOP. Oh, I'm trying to get right for my husband, wherever he at. I'm trying to find my baby. I had pancakes. I love pancakes. I had some buttermilk pancakes. I'm full now. I had 4 strips of bacon. I love bacon. I love bacon, crispy bacon. I'm not a big fan of hash browns. So y'all see they're still in there. But the bacon is gone. I got me 4 strips of bacon, 2 sausage links, some egg with cheddar on top of it. Nothing. And pancakes. I am so full. I haven't eaten a big breakfast in a while. So I was like, let me carry myself to IHOP. Look, I did a short where I was dancing, going in there. Everybody. I be having fun with myself, y'all. And then tonight I'm gonna take myself out to the movies. I don't know what I'm gonna go see. But I'm gonna go see something. It's either that robot movie or the Jurassic Park. It's gonna be one of them. So that's what I'm gonna do tonight. And I will give a short. I dropped my phone. She cracked up somewhere over there. Y'all see the crack? Look at it. I'll go get it normal. But yeah, hi. Hi. Hello. How's your Saturday going? Shelly Shell, how's your Saturday going so far, dog baby? I know I don't come up here much. I be trying to get up here. As soon as I be trying to get up here, here comes something. Here goes something. Here goes something that I ordered and came through. Excuse me, y'all. Yum, 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 yum. And I was trying to go online, the IHOP, and order it. I couldn't order it. I just had to go inside. So other than that, my morning is going wonderful. I took a ride near the bridge. Other than that, I said, let me come up here to the park. But if y'all like Diana Ross, y'all need to go listen to Pouring Back Into Yourself. This is how I really actually, when I go through a lot of warfare, which chosen ones go through, tragedies. We lose real hard. We go through a lot of pain. Tragedies. But to love back, the pour love back into myself, because that's what we have to do. After I get out of prayer, talk to the Almighty. I talk to him all day. Listen to some gospel, a certain gospel. I like hype music. I'm a hype type of female. Then when I want to activate my love, I listen to love songs like Diana Ross, Bee Gees. I got a lot of stuff. Marvin Gaye is my number one. Marvin Gaye is my number one. But I know Marvin Gaye music is kind of sexual, but I don't look at it as sexual way. When I get my husband, I'm going to know how to love him, not just want him sexually. I have overcame That, I mean, I fight it daily. Um, when I, because I had that lust demon on me was very strong, and I fight lust daily, but it don't conquer me anymore. But lust was one of my strongest demonic seeds that was groomed and growed with me over time, being as though I got molested. So I just didn't have a lust demon because I was just a horny want to hump somebody. No, it was planted within me, and it started growing. And after it started growing, I wanted to get with somebody that I free willingly wanted to be with. And as soon as I start doing that and understanding how it felt, I like that temporary moment. I know. Don't, you know what? And I'm gonna tell you what to do for that. I'm sorry that you lost your brother. I'm truly sorry you lost your brother. But from a woman that lost her daughter, and I lost two siblings. I lost a younger brother, 20. It's been a while. I want to say 2003, 2004. I lost a brother to a car accident. He got hit by a deer, and he he had that T-top, and he went out the window and snapped him. But whatever God do, whatever the Almighty do or take from you, He's not taking it because He wants you to suffer. He takes it because He wants you to surrender. Good grief, good grief. Mm, 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 mm. Yeah. I felt that because, oh my goodness, oh man, that is why. Oh my, yeah. Ooh. I just got a revelation. I just got a revelation. Give me a minute, Shelly. I'm gonna tell you. Ooh, I have to write it down. He wants you to surrender. He don't want you to suffer. He wants you to surrender because He knows the the suffering. That's where a lot of people build connections. So when you are in a trauma, tragedies, um, demonic, generational patterns, you always lean on somebody that not grow with you but get you. So like with me and my children, I raised them up to get me, not to grow with me or grow with God. I had them to grow with me, meaning I had them to grow with what I thought. So I raised them with my thoughts. So with the Almighty, He was left out because I never raised my kids up in church or in the Word. Even though we went to church because I was going with their father and did end up marrying him, I didn't set them down and was like, listen, or go home, this is Bible study and this is the Word, or read the Word to them. I didn't. I was a shapeshifter at that moment because I didn't know who I was. So raising children was like soothing my tragedies, soothing my brokenness, where I can forget about it. I don't have to face it. So, when siblings connect and click, when mothers and children connect and click, when fathers and children connect and click, or anybody in your family connect and click, it's because you disclick from somebody that you truly love. Now you got to find somebody in the bloodline to click with. So once they leave you, you connected with them because y'all click, y'all got each other. And once the Almighty take them out of your life, good grief, you must surrender, not suffer. So when you're still suffering, it's because you're giving Satan more more openness to your life than the Almighty. So you're letting Satan in more. You're giving him more access to you than the Almighty. You're closing the Almighty off because you're saying, well, you let me suffer. I shouldn't suffer. Why is you doing this to me? I can't believe you. But the Almighty said, no, I'm not making you suffer. I'm disconnecting you from suffering so you can surrender. And a lot of times when people go through tragedies or suffering or any type of events of a loss, they always blame the Almighty, or they always run to Satan, not knowing, some people not knowingly knowing that they're running to darkness, because a lot of people can't see the unseen realm. Us chosen one, we can see the unseen realm. So we know what happens to people, or we know what have happened when we see people. We don't look at like money, titles. Titles mean nothing. You can go ahead and put a title over a candlestick and let that thing burn. We don't even worry about that. We go ahead and burn down labels. We go ahead and burn down rich folks, or the the idling, because it's a lot of idol struck people out here. Well, they got money, they got cars, they got houses, they got good credit scores, or they got a good vocabulary. They know these words, they know that word, but that's all a cover up. That's a costume. Those people are suffering just like you are. The only thing that they have different is they got materialistic things. They got a lot of people that they brainwash to be in their corner. A lot of people chase power. And it don't look like they're suffering because it's always people around them. But believe me when I tell you all, regardless if you got money or not, regardless if you got a good credit score or not, regardless if you got a car or not, regardless if you ain't got nothing, everybody have a soul that's in this same category as a creation, human, spirit. Everybody that is a human being got a heart, got a soul, got a spirit, got emotions, got feelings. The only thing that stems from being traumatized and run into something to shield you in the midst of it. So a lot of people don't like to be alone, but being alone is what's needed. That's why it's hard for a lot of people walk with the Almighty or surrender. Sitting to yourself will actually get and unlock things within yourself. Being alone is awesome, because for so long a lot of people as well been conditioned and groomed to take care of other people, to put their self last. So if you putting yourself last, guess what you're going to do? You're going to fear yourself. You're not fearing being alone, you fear yourself. Because for so long, people done took you and used you to keep them afloat, or use you to learn how to groom and condition other people. So your soul is lost. So going back to your soul, you fear being alone, but that's where you need to return back to, is your soul. You need to return back to self. Because a lot of people is out here believing I doing this, taking care of that person, doing this for that person. I don't know what to do if I be alone. I'm not going to feel love. Your soul is unloved because you're not taking care of yourself. Your soul is screaming within your shell, your meat suit. Your soul is screaming. Your soul wants you. Your soul needs you. Your soul needs that hug. Your soul needs that love. Your soul needs your attention. But this world has been conditioned to people please. Manipulators are people pleasers, believe it or not. Men and women that's grandiose, those are people pleasers. Men and women that's overbearing, they are people pleasers. They look for validation because they scared of being alone. So that is normal, sunshine. That's normal for a person that put their self last in fear and, try to bow to everybody's rules and regulations. And the ones that's grandiose, covert, overt, all these novert people, those people fear of being alone also. because they don't know how to be to themselves either. That's why they go out here and they manipulate the narrative, or they go up and act like they, they got this big, bright personality, or, they showing off their achievements and their success, and they boasting and bragging on their money, and they're boasting and bragging on their honey, and people looking like, wow, whoa, you're giving your energy. See, Satan got so many different type of portals that a lot of people can't see, because a lot of people is still connected to the enemy, and you looking through a broken lens. And when you're looking through a broken lens, that means you're looking through a broken heart. You're looking from your vision coming from your broken heart. So your mind is not on the surroundings. Your mind is on the glittering gold and the glycerin and the sparkles and what you desire. See, once you break down those desires and desire your soul, you will understand that all this stuff out here is illusions. It's not what it's cracked up to be. That's why the Almighty said, please don't idle little children. Please don't idle. What are you idling? Why are you looking up to somebody else when your soul want to look up to you? Your soul want to look up to you. Your soul need you, not your soul need to go out here and fulfill everybody else's soul or listen to everybody else. No, your soul want you. That's why it's important to know how to love you, pour back into you. That's why the Almighty want to have an individual relationship with you, because he wants his children to come back to him so he can get you back to who he created you to be before. Somebody took your innocence away, took your love away, took your energy away from you, and planted a demonic seed within you, so you can grow that demonic pattern where it's gonna just take away from you as you grow. And when you get a certain age, now Satan is full blown on your vessel and in your flesh. You ain't gonna know how to pour back into yourself. And you're going to start hating others. You're going to start resenting God. You're going to start blaming God. God Almighty. You're going to start blaming him. You ain't even going to want to hear him. You ain't even going to want to hear nobody talk about him. You're going to just go on about your life, because from your innocence to adulthood, you poured into that seed that was planted by a loved one within you, somebody close to you. That's why when people say, well, my name is this, and they don't go by their name, or you see here on YouTube, you'll see people be like, glory to God, or I'm a chosen one, or glory and love. These are things that they desire to be, but they can't live it. So they put names that they wishing and praying one day it come true, but reality, they don't believe what they wrote. They only see that it can attract. So with your names, I tell people, it's hard for me to call names, because that name is not who you are. You got named by your mother and father that thought that it was pretty, or it was exciting, or that's what they think you should be named. But your real true name is waiting on you. Your true identity is waiting on a lot of people. A lot of people don't understand it. That's why a lot of people had meltdowns when people smear the name. That's why a lot of people had meltdowns when people lie on them. That's why a lot of people had meltdowns when people try to compare them with somebody else. Well, my girlfriend right here was better than you, or my girlfriend right here got 2 cars, or my girlfriend right here is a nerd, or my girlfriend right here got 5 degrees. What you got? See, and when you're broken, you would think that they comparing. Let me make sure my phone don't go hot. Y'all give me 1 second. I got that. Y'all can hear the air in the background. You're gonna feel like you got to do more. So now you're manifesting more to please somebody that don't even know what they got to do. So it's like an identity snatch. It's like, it's time to go back, and that's my title. It's time to go back to reopen your file, reopen your case, because a lot of people walking around here with cold cases. They really been framed. You really been framed by your loved ones. You've been framed by, people that told you they're gonna be there for you. It's a cold case. A lot of y'all are guilty of allowing somebody else to come in your life and take it away from you. So the Almighty just needs you to repent and surrender and turn away so he can walk with you. Believe me, I had to go through all of this. And I didn't give up. Even though I failed a lot. I failed a lot. I failed my anger. I slid back a little bit. I got a little angry. A lot of people say, well, Siobhan, I cannot believe you was an angry woman. I was. I was out of control. I could go from 0 to 1,000 in a half a second. Any little thing would trigger me. Any little smart comment would trigger me. I was very territorial. I was very controlling. I didn't want if I was in a relationship with a man, he could not work but with me. I did not want a man that we had separate jobs. I needed that man to be under me at all times. So I wouldn't pick a man that had a separate job. I picked the man for a job and I get hired. Then that's where I look for my men at, is in either my job or we're in the same community where we knew each other, because I couldn't, if they was out of my reach, I would not feel for them. I would go elsewhere. You get what I'm saying? It was like a very clever manipulation, controlling, all in one tactic. And I knew how to make that man feel like, I was just his everything. You get what I'm saying? So it's time to go back in your files. Go back into that coat. Wait a minute, let me turn around, y'all. I got to get this way because it is, I thought I should have did it at first, but I didn't. Give me a second. I got to turn around. So that's why it's important to surrender to the Almighty. And your loss is supposed to bring you closer to him, not so far away from him. You get what I'm saying? And a lot of people don't like the feeling of suffering, but suffering is for you to surrender. When I lost my daughter, I thank God Almighty. I'm talking about the God in heaven, the father of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. I want to make sure I'm clear about who I'm talking about. Not the universe, because the earth is the universe. The earth is separate from the Almighty. The earth is labeled she. Give me 1 second. This car is very remote control. 12 on the clock. Okay, I can see better now. The earth is labeled as a she. The earth is a female. She has her. So the earth and the Almighty is totally two different people. I'm going to say people because the Almighty labeled the earth as a she. The Almighty created everything on earth, which is a she. Wisdom is titled as a female. So when the Almighty brought us here, he knew who we had to come up against. He knew who we was going to fight against. His spirit is what detects once you are chosen or called. You can actually see the unseen realm. Not seeing the unseen realm when you get on pharmaceuticals or you start drinking. That even makes it worse, because Satan now is like delusionally living through you. You can feel you can actually really feel Satan's emotions when you're indulging in anything that is a sinful substance. Like when I used to drink, I could really feel like I'm somebody else. When I smoked weed, I really felt like I was somebody else. And give me 1 second. I'm working to you all. I really felt like I was somebody else. So when I was drinking, I said when I'm working, I ain't working. When I was drinking, I felt not like who I was when I was sober. But when I start drinking, I start feeling like somebody else. So you can actually feel, even when you on medication, like, people that pop pills like perks and opies. I guess I'm saying all these things right. take heavy pharmaceuticals like street drugs. They are different people. Some of them get very angry when they come down off their high. I experienced it with my kids. Some of them people, they get talkative. Some of them start acting real witty, crazy. They joyful, they start acting, they start putting on shows. They start becoming master manipulators. It's a lot of things that happens when you're living in the flesh. So when the Almighty takes you through a situation, it may feel like a tragedy because the Almighty trying to get you to surrender from that situation, because he knows Satan's hands is in it. He know that that connection isn't genuine. Like when you get a man or you get a woman, or a lot of people now doing the same sex. So like I'm a straight woman, but I say you got a man, and the majority of the time the women be like, I don't do men. Or if the man, I'd be like, where your girlfriend? And the man will look at me, I don't do girls. So it's like now the generation is hot wired with, I'm looking for a connection to click with. I need somebody to understand my brokenness. I don't want to fix it. I just want to get somebody in to click with, to understand my wounds, to pour into me, and I pour into them, and we shape shift, and then eventually we're going to hurt each other. So it's really important to understand the suffering that you're going through is a surrender. If you're suffering, it's because you don't want to come forth and surrender. And it is required. Surrender is required. That's why now a lot of people get in judgment call. And I talked about it on my TikTok, which I got to go over there as well. I talked about it on my TikTok about surrendering, reopening, cold cases. Us chosen ones, we are verdicts. We are walking verdicts. We're not victim. We might look like a victim. We might look poor. We may look gullible. We may look vulnerable. We may look desperate. We may look like a lot of unhealthy things. But we come in because the Almighty, like I had to go back to my lineage and break the generational cycle. And as I went in gullible, I went in vulnerable, I went in moneyless, I went in all different types of ways. And they looked at me like, oh yeah, that's her. She gonna show up, she gonna support, she gonna be there. We can do whatever we want. We can call her. She can be the last option. But I was in as a verdict. I was in as the juror for the Almighty. The collect evidence on those toxic behaviors that they had. Now, when I start reading the verdict, that's when they start lashing out, smear campaigns, sabotaging me, ghosting, giving me the solid treatment, turning everybody against me in the city. They had people that went with them with the conspiracy theory. They did a lot of things. It was very painful at one time because it all came down, crashing down on me all at once. I did lose myself twice, but after I understood and got corrected by the Almighty, then I understood. So when I went back to retest, I passed with flying colors because now I understood. But I had to go in and get tested before I knew who I was coming up against, which was the wicked ones, the principalities and unseen realms. So now I understand the whole entire mission. Now I can walk through the earth with ease. I can go here. I can go there. I can just have fun in life. If I have to be on assignment, then I have to get equipped for whatever assignment the Almighty put me on. But right now, He's giving me time to rest and to regroup and recruit from, all of those spiritual tragedies. And I just didn't have just one, two, three. I had dozens on top of dozens on top of dozens on top of dozens. I dealt with a lot of unalive spirits. I dealt with a lot of egotistical spirits. I dealt with a lot of prideful spirits. I dealt with a lot of arrogant spirits. I dealt with a lot of lying spirits, manipulations. So when it comes to anybody, I tell them, like with excuse me, when I had my friend, when we were friends, we were cool. And I told myself, I'm not going to ask anything about you. You got a book or you got books out there. I said, I'm going to read these books. It'll tell me everything about you. And then you got videos. So your videos definitely going to tell me everything about you, because I just don't listen to a message. I listen to what comes out of that individual heart. And then I went to see him in person. So I needed a vacation. So that was my vacation, my trip away into another city. You know, I travel just for fun. I don't travel because I'm on this or that. When I went for a vacation, like I wanted to go to Texas, and I told the Almighty, I said, I want to go to Houston, Texas. He said, you're going to be on assignment and you're going to have a little fun. So I went to Houston, Texas, went through the airport, my first time flying the plane. I wanted to fly a plane. So I got all into one. I got the assignment, first time flying, riding on a plane long distance. I did a helicopter at Myrtle Beach, but it's not riding a plane. Going through the airport, I hate the airports. And getting rental car and going where I want to go. Go to booking.com or Priceline or Choice. Go ahead and get your your hotels and all that stuff set up. I did this for years. So it was like everything now is very easy for me. When I want to do something, all I got to do is be like, Almighty, I want to do it. So now, as I'm moving through this world, I'm in my purpose now. So can't nothing wicked, no wicked energies, no wicked people, no toxic people, not just overbearing and arrogant and overt and grandiose and psychopaths and all of that stuff that y'all call these demons that got certain amount of levels to them, in which they do. It don't phase me. They can't phase me, because I know Satan game behind that individual. And that's where it just gets so fun, because now Satan, he's defeated. I'm in my purpose. I'm in my chosen. So now I'm walking this earth. Chosen ones are very dangerous individuals. We don't care who people compare us to, or you're just like this. We know when people start comparing, they're looking at us through a broken lens. Their heart is still broken. Or if we get around men, oh, do you like my ex-girlfriend? They know we're not like their ex-girlfriend. Nobody can compare to a chosen one. I tell people this all the time. A lot of people think they're chosen, but being chosen is not an easy walk. And you're not going to be able to tag along the old. You're going to have to close out the old cycles to become the new cycle and your new you. So a lot of people is not going to like the new you. A lot of people wants to keep the old you. So Satan have many different portals and tactics where he can just, come in and make you jealous, or throw your back some, or come through your dreams, or make you end up giving up your sexual celibacy. And it depends on why you're going celibate, because if you're going celibate because you're bitter, you'll never make it. You will break that instantly. All Satan got to do is just send one little man or woman your way. That's a done deal. Or put you in a situation where there'll be a done deal. I'm trying to see what else I can say, because I'm trying to just stay a little bit. A lot of wicked ones, they have a good talk game. And that's another thing that y'all have to watch as well, including yourself. Because when you're broken, you're part of the cycle. Anything that Satan evolves Satan, you are in you're part of. I always tell people, you hear people say enroll in therapy. I'm not knocking therapy. I'm strictly with the Holy Spirit. So I'm going to tell you, enroll into the Holy Spirit. Now, a lot of people don't know the Almighty. A lot of people angry with the Almighty. A lot of people wasn't brought up around listening about the Almighty. I wasn't either. That's why I love the way I learned the Almighty. But if you are got a job and they say enroll in therapy or whatever, don't go in therapy talking about what somebody else did to you. Talk about you. Let your therapist awaken you. I don't recommend it, but a lot of people seem like they need a baby step. Go sit in therapy. Don't go in there playing the victim. Go in there and victimize yourself and let the Almighty guide you. But I'm not trying to be your therapist. I'm your spiritual bail bondsman. I'm trying to get you to unlock. You can come out that prison. Many of y'all can come out that prison. But a lot of people like being in prison. They feel comfortable being in that holding cell. They feel comfortable being in that chaos. They feel comfortable getting abused. It was me and this guy talking at the gym Wednesday. And how can I put it? We've been talking about 2 weeks now, and I noticed when he come in now with my time, he get close to me or whatever. And he was talking about relationships. He's younger than me, and I'm getting a whole lot of younger men trying to come at me. I can't do that. But he was talking about how a lot of women like to be beat on. And if y'all see these little pink hearts, they're not stickers. These are pimple patches. I tried this new skincare, and it's bringing out all the hidden pimples in my face, but I can't put them all over my face. I'll be stickered out. But these three right here mainly is it. If y'all wonder what's on my face, because I know a lot of people ask a lot of questions. Well, what's that on aqua phase? It's pimple patches. But he was saying that a lot of women like to be beat on. A lot of women like to get handled aggressively. A lot of women like to be yelled at, screamed at. A lot of women like to be controlled. And I told him, what's the point? What's the point of that? And he was like, that's just what they want. And 9 times out of 10, men give them what they ask for. But I told him, I said, but that's like an opportunist. Like, he was like, but they won't have it no other way. But that is lowering your vibration as a man, being in a relationship where women like you being overbearing, or like you to beat on them, or like you to yell at them. That's lowering your vibration, because now you feeling like, why move forward when I can just do this right here? This more easier. But who want easy? Women, you shouldn't want to be yelled at. You shouldn't want to be cheated on. You shouldn't want to be beat on. You shouldn't want to be yelled at or controlled. You want somebody that's going to love on you. Somebody that's going to grow with you. You shouldn't want somebody that you have to take care of, or you got to be there for them or be in their corner, because you were conditioned to do that. And a lot of women are conditioned. You use your nurturing for all the wrong reasons. You nurturing a demon, which is going to drain you, versus if you go in and open that file up and go ahead and deal with your own brokenness, then when you do nurture that right one, it's not going to be draining. It's going to actually turn genuine. It's going to turn into love. It's going to be appreciated. But when you nurturing a demon, it's not going to be appreciated. You don't appreciate yourself. So the individual that you're nurturing on is not going to be able to appreciate you either, because people watch if you really value yourself. I value myself more than anything in this whole entire world. Forget a car. Forget a bank account. Forget a house. Forget trips around the world. Forget gift giving. My gifts is within that. Nobody can take it away. I got joy, love, peace, happiness, nurturing. I got growth. I got elevation. I got so many discernment. I'm very prosperous. I got so many important gifts within. I would not go cast my pearls upon swine and they trample all over them. And that's biblical. I'm not going to go out here and cast it to no demon so they can go ahead and throw it back up in my face, show me they don't appreciate it, laugh at me, smear my name, conjure up a group of people and frame me, and they laughing and joking and calling me names and turning their backs on me. I'm not giving my gifts out to that type of individual. And I'm never unapologetic about anything. If I said it, I meant it. I do not believe in taking nothing back I said, because if I said it, I meant it. I never say anything I don't mean. So that's why I never take anything back. Whatever I say, I meant. And that's how you got to be when you're trying to heal. You can't heal shortcutting. You can't heal thinking that, okay, this is enough healing. You sat in sin, damage, destruction, bitterness, unhappiness, abuse for a very long time. You got to give yourself at least 5 to 6 years to heal without anyone in your life, without calling up anyone. If you're going to detach from that man, don't go run to another man. That's not healing. That's running away from true healing. If you detach from that woman or man, don't go get on no pharmaceuticals. That's running away. That's running away from your healing. Go like Rambo did. Go in the woods. Suck up your hurt. Get you some leaves and some sap off the trees. Put it on that wound. Put that leaf on it. Sit there and love on yourself. Okay? But I have to go. I do. I don't know what. Wait a minute. Hold on. I hope my phone don't freeze up. Okay, hold on. Give me 1 second. And then I can share my live on Facebook. I didn't do it. But they can see it now. I'm working too. But yes, I got to start sharing it back on Facebook because I'm trying to get all my streams up and popping. You know, it only take one the Almighty to come through with one video, and there it is. I'll be out here. So I'm just waiting. I'm waiting for a lot of things. So I'm healing as I'm waiting. And what I mean by healing, I'm just going back in and closing up them wounds from all those knives and daggers and swords. And I went through a lot. And what I mean went through a lot, not a lot like trials and tribulations. I went through a tragedy after tragedy, loss after loss after loss, pain after pain, smear campaigns, humiliations, trying to get unalived. Oh, I went through a lot in 3 years straight, three straight, by ones that I thought really loved me. Got thrown out in the cold. It was crazy. Everything. Loss of a daughter, loss of a son to the prison, loss of an older son because he just don't want to be corrected by his actions. So, it's a lot of things that I had to walk away from, but it don't hurt. It don't hurt. At first, it stung because I'm like, wow, no, not you. Whoa, whoa. So as the Almighty was opening up my eyes and taking the veil off of my face so I could see these individuals naked in the spiritual realm, not in the physical realm, but in the spiritual realm. And once I started seeing them for who they were, then I understood the mission. Now, with my cutoff game is so strong. I mean, I used to cut off and just, oh, it's okay. Y'all my family. I still love you. They're getting cut off like I do an outsider. Cut off and don't return at all. Don't play at all. You got to protect you as you going through your healing process. Anybody else that came in my life cut off can't go back. That's just what it is. Life is life. But life got a life because you got to go back into your life and get that original life. If you sell over your rights, that's your doing. But can't nobody make you sell over you unless you agree to it. Okay? I love you. Y'all all be blessed. See ya. Ooh, I talk that much.